Guys, welcome back from our long extended 30-second break. We needed that extra time. We thought he was choking on an M&M. Now, before we continue, I want to touch base.
For your information, I was choking on a Skittle, not an M&M. Get it right.
Same thing.
Okay, just taste the rainbow. Let's get going.
Yeah. Now, before we move on to this coronavirus, I want to touch base on something else that's kind of way on my mind. And if I don't touch base on it, it's going to be eating away while I'm sleeping. Now, sometime late last night, the world lost another legend. Kenny Rogers passed away at 81. It's saying here that he died in his hospice home of natural causes. And I want to turn my following questions over to my recurring co-host, because I don't think asking an 11-year-old about Kenny Rogers would be the best approach here. So,
But I'd like to hear what his thoughts is on Kenny Rogers.
do you even know who Kenny Rogers is?
I think he's a country singer.
Okay, let's move on.
Well, what song does he sing?
The Gambler song, right? A gambling song?
Gambler
Okay,
song.
cool,
Okay,
cool,
okay,
cool.
good.
All right, now I want to ask right off the bat, because there's a lot of viewers that may feel the same way I do, and somebody's got to ask the question. Now I get a little confused when they list cause of death as natural causes. What necessarily do they mean by natural causes?
Me too.
That means he died of old age early.
Hmm.
You know, he could have had a stroke or just passed away in his sleep.
Now I know for me growing up listening to Kenny Rogers, it was kind of an inspiration for me. I love the man's songs and everything, but if you could explain more on Kenny Rogers as an inspiration to you in your life, how would you state it?
Well, okay. I can remember some of his songs when I was on a skating rink at his age. Like, Islands in the Stream with Dolly Parton. Okay, that was a good song. Lucy, don't take your love down. I mean, he was inspiration to a lot of people because, I mean, look how he started out. He started out struggling. I mean, he wasn't a rich person. I mean, he struggled. They got him a guitar. I mean, he pretty much worked to try to do what he had to do.
Wasn't it in high school you bought his guitar?
He was poor just like we were, but he made his dreams come true. And that right there is an inspiration to a lot of people.
Right. Now, like you said, it states that he died of natural causes. A private memorial service for his family has been planned, but a public celebration of his life will be held at a later date out of concern over the coronavirus outbreak. But we're going to save you a little bit of time with this public celebration. And you can just tune in here. I mean, because we're giving our thoughts on Kenny Rogers right now. So, I mean, it's kind of a celebratory thing. I mean, there's a lot of other things he did. Like, I'm reading here that his first song was called Lucille, and it was featured in a 1950s recording before finding commercial success in 1976. So it took him about, 15, 16 years to actually do something? I mean, that's incredible. Now, he hung up his career. His retirement concert was in 2017. And he was attended by Dolly Parton, of course, Lionel Richie, Reba McEntire, and other renowned musicians. I can't speak tonight, apparently. He stopped performing in 2018 due to health issues. Now, let's go back to the
Okay, everybody, I think he's been tested positive for tongue twisters virus.
yes, I'm in time. Now, let's touch base on a couple more headlines here from the coronavirus. Now, I have one here. Despite coronavirus outbreak, Tennessee governor won't mandate business closures, but he is suggesting them. So I'm going to turn it over to my guests at this time, and I'm going to ask them for their thoughts. What are your thoughts?
About the coronavirus?
Yeah, about the coronavirus and not mandating and shutting down restaurants and stuff. I think it's bold move.
No, it's a very risky move, because you have to think, people have to touch the ingredients, put the ingredients on your pizza or cupcakes and stuff like that. So even just by even have gloves on or something, you can touch, because we don't know how to we don't know how it really spreads. I like that part though. We don't know how it really spreads clearly, so it could just be the simple cough. It could just be like the simple like a quick little nose rub. You know, like when you go like that. I wash my hands after this video just to make sure. But it could be just like you could touch a glove and it'd be contaminated. We really don't know how it really spreads, and the fact that since we don't know how it really spreads, and the fact that we actually have to touch the ingredients, and we have to make sure it's cooked the right way, and we have to make sure it's at the right heat. Like some bread companies actually make the bread homemade stuff. They have to actually make sure bread's good and everything. So it could actually spread the coronavirus, and it could actually spread a lot more. Now y'all don't have to be afraid though, of course, because you could try to limit your food buying, like start rationing out your food, so that other people have a chance to get food that they actually need, and people can't just, like, I'm not trying to say anything bad about people, but people need to stop hoarding, because when you hoard, say a very poor family needs that food to survive. Guess what? They're not going to have that food to get because everybody has been hoarding that food.
We're talking more restaurants in general, and you know, I see the point that you're trying to make. Now, there are places that are still dealing with takeout and delivery and everything, but with how gross this may seem, there are still cases here where they still have to, you know, handle your food and everything, but not a lot of places are wearing gloves. I mean, is there a way that we can, you know, kind of fix that problem? I mean, should the CDC step in?
Well, you know, I mean, just a thought here. I mean, I'm just thinking here out loud. I mean, we got ourselves a really fine president. Okay, now let me explain to you why. Okay, now it's like monkey see, monkey do. Okay, we should be following his every move. I mean, it's like me. I mean, I haven't touched my face in weeks. I mean, I miss my face. I mean,
well, you're touching your face right now.
Well, so does Donald Trump, but I'm just trying to follow suit.
Yeah,
but you know, I'm right. I'm usually right a lot of times, and I know I'm right when I tell you I have not touched my face in weeks, and I really miss my face.
Yeah, dude, we're not pointing fingers.
But you're touching it right now.
But we're right.
Right, we're right. There's
the coronavirus is going to die down pretty quickly.
Yeah,
because we can load people down with a bunch of drugs, and nobody just so whacked out they'll never know they died in the first place. But that's right. We can even post it on Twitter.
Are y'all gonna wash your hands after this video?
Now I want to point out here.
Got hand sanitizer?
There's some of that rashes down there.
Okay, we have hand sanitizer by the gram.
I'm pretty sure we don't have that.
We'll set.
Okay.
will sell it $100 by a drop.
I mean, everybody
That's
else
not
is price,
business.
everybody else is
$2 a
price
drop.
gouging. Even
Yeah.
Walmart's price gouging.
50 cents for a drop.
Dude, Save-A-Lot was price gouging because they were selling toilet paper for $25.
Well, who wants to pay $100 just for a drop of hand sanitizer? I know I want
Who
it.
wants to pay $25 for a pack of toilet paper?
That's why we have cloths. Wipe it up with a cloth and put it in the dryer and wash it.
You know,
Yeah.
Wash
I
it.
don't remember the last time in my life I ever seen 6 rolls of paper towels sell for $20.
Yeah. Yeah, Walmart selling.
Walmart is price gouging just like anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, see, on top of the coronavirus, we as a country suffer from another virus that has not been pointed at, and that's ignorance.
But yet they're gonna complain because 2 Tennessee guys go and buy up almost 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer, try to make a little bit of money, but you know what it is? Their name's not Walmart. Their name's not high dollar value, big rich. You know, they're just, people trying to price gouge.
I remember on
everybody
the
else.
news, this guy hijacked a truck for over I think they said 100 pounds of toilet paper.
Yeah, it was 100,000 pounds of toilet paper. Stowed the entire semi truck and all, or the truck and all.
And I don't know what that dude was. I don't know what that dude was thinking. There's still 4 packs. He'd be good.
He was probably on his way to the White House.
And
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
I want to give you real quick the daily coronavirus count, and for the sake of argument, we'll stick with Tennessee here. The
is that
state
what
of
selling
Tennessee did 5 minutes ago have 371, and now has 372. But what I'm noticing here with the state of Tennessee is that on the east side there are 6 total cases. On the west side, there's 2. But right smack dab in the middle there are 44 cases. Now, could this be a freak of nature, or is this, something dealing with the state?
I think I know
Okay,
what's going on.
how many, what was your count?
What, total?
Yeah.
372.
Okay, that's where I got to, it's 372.
I think I
It was 228, but that's like a 62% jump
think I
in
know what's
24
going on.
hours.
The virus is tackling the most populated places because ain't Nashville's in the smack region of the dead center of.
See, I would agree with your point there. Only problem is Columbia itself is a high populated city, and we only have 1 in Murray County.
Oh.
So my question is, why is it that Tennessee, I can understand New York, I can understand California, but why is it that places like Tennessee and Ohio are seeing a very big number of jumps in the cases when we don't have very big cities?
The virus is probably trying to adapt so it can become you know how some doctors are theorizing that it could be like a hose thing. It takes the hose and tries to figure out if it can actually fight off the immune system.
Mhm.
That's probably what's going on. The virus is spreading a lot more to take over a lot more bodies. It's trying to, that body cannot be taken over, it goes to a new body. So they're trying to figure out if it can take on that body, it's going to stay in that body. If it can't, it's just going to jump to a new person.
So,
Okay, here's a compository of Tennessee's growth rate.
mhm.
Okay, of the coronavirus. Okay, let's say, okay, from day 1, okay, the compound growth of the coronavirus was on an average of 45%, okay? Now, as of 3 days into it, okay, the compound growth rate was about 56%. in the past 24 hours. 63% increase.
You know what this reminds me of?